Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's JC Quads here, and today I'll be reviewing the WLToys F959, which got sent to me by GearBest.com, and yeah, thanks GearBest heaps for that. The F959 is an awesome plane. It is so durable. It's great at flying. You can slope soar with it. It's easy to put together. It lasts ages. You can buy other replacement parts. As it comes with a nice transmitter. It's easy to take off and land. It's very cheap and easy to get. It's nice foam. It's crash resistant, able to carry a Mobius, or there's also able to carry those little FPV pods with on tiny whoops. There's some pretty nice decal on it, and yeah, just overall it flies really great, and they're most of the pros about this plane. There's a few cons which I'll point out too. It's a tad tail heavy to start, so you've got to put a little bit extra weight in the nose of the thing, which isn't too hard. Just put a few magnets or something, and that'll make your plane a lot more balanced. It's awkward to replace the central board. I did a video about it, and in the video you can see to your top left there that yes, it is very it's very awkward to take out. The control surface is just tiny. They're too small. They should be a bit bigger, and you don't have that much control even in high rates, so that's a little bit disappointing. They should just make that a little bit bigger and put a bit more weight at the front, in my opinion. The wings can come off. They're only held together by a spar, but what I did is just hot glued them, and there was no more problems. And there's 8 AA batteries to power the transmitter, so that's all my cons I've written down. And 8 AA batteries is a con because that's a lot of batteries. It's more power, and it's a bit unnecessary in my opinion. And now I'll just point out a few things which they're handy to know, and some you might know from if you're interested in buying it and you've been looking on websites, and some you might not know. So the thrust is a little bit angled to the right, so don't worry when you get it, because I was a little bit worried that the propeller and the motor is a little bit aligned to the right, and I thought it was just out of alignment, but it's actually meant to be like that for aerodynamic reasons. The battery is a 300 mAh 2S. It comes with one. I recommend, mine broke in about 1 week, so I'd recommend getting a couple of extras from Hobbyking. The link will be in the top right there, and they're really nice. They're nanotechs. They've lasted me ages, and they're just really easy. And you need to buy some micro lossy plugs as well if you're going to get those batteries, because they come with JST plugs. It's a brush motor. That's another thing to point out, and that's quite a big thing. Brush motor, it means a bit less power, but the flight times are really nice. You get about I get about 15 minutes flight time going pretty hard, so full throttle a lot of the time, and about 20 to 30 minutes flight time if you're just gliding around a fair bit, and it glides really well. That's another thing. It glides pretty well. It's not like a normal glider which glides for ages and ages and ages and catches thermals. It's too small for that. It relies off its thrust, not the lift from thermals and that like normal gliders do. So it just, in case you're a glider person, don't have high expectations for the actual glide rate, but it does do pretty well compared to a lot of other planes which I've had, that's for sure. The propeller is a folding prop. That's another thing to point out. Folding prop, that just means it's a little bit more aerodynamic. It's pretty nice, it doesn't break, but I did break one in quite a hard crash. It flies everywhere, the beach, car parks, paddocks, and it's really nice. Like, you can just fly wherever you want really. It's quite small and agile. Oh, not agile, I wouldn't say agile, but it's quite small and easy to fly. The cap is removable, so that's where your electronics go. You just take that off, and I had to velcro mine on because the little clip broke. The wingspan is a 25-inch wingspan, which is around 700 millimeters, and the fuselage is 520 millimeters in length, which is 21 inches. Well, that was mine anyway. It's a little bit different on other people's, which was a bit strange. On the control board are the servos, and these servos are tiny. You haven't yet stripped them yet because the wire is quite flexible, so when you crash on your tail surfaces it won't strip your servos. But these servos are tiny, they're fast enough and they do the job, but just the control surfaces is something which I really dislike about this. It also comes with a user manual, which it's not great, it's kind of Chinese, but it's better than some other user manuals I've had, that's for sure. But you're able enough to read it, so that's good. The stock charger which it comes with is a decent charger. It's just a pretty simple 2S charger, but I would recommend if you had a hobby grade charger, just charge it on that. Like I've got the Turnigy AccuCell charger from Hobbyking, and that works great, so it's more safe and it balances it much nicer than these pretty cheap chargers from China. The transmitter is one of the quite strong points of this glider. It's really nice for the hobby grade style plane that it is, so it's not going to be like a Tyrannus or anything like that, nothing special, but the transmitter is actually quite nice, and I'm quite surprised by the quality of the transmitter. It comes with a little screen, which doesn't really help you, but it's nice for trim. That's probably the most important thing, and also how much battery is in your transmitter. And that little battery sign in the top corner is not the battery left in your plane, unfortunately. It also tells you mode 2 and all that kind of stuff, and low and high rates. But the most important function is the trim bit on the screen, in my opinion. But yeah, overall the transmitter is really nice, and it's definitely one of the good selling points of this plane. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say for this review. Hope you enjoyed. Just remember, overall this plane is just an awesome plane, and it's quite cheap. That's probably the best thing about it, which is the most tempting thing. And it flies really well. It glides, does everything. It's durable. Mine's been through the wars. Me and my mates have absolutely put it through everything, and it's still going. Oh, it's not going anymore. It's pretty much broken now. But you can buy replacement parts. I just haven't been bothered to as of yet. I will in the future, of course. But yeah. So overall, this plane's an awesome plane. Get it if you're really looking at it. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please check out my other videos on my channel. And yeah, I'll see you later.